Hey there guys, last time we spent our time connecting lamps in series, but today we're actually going to be connecting them in parallel. So remember when we connected them in series, they actually increased the voltage they require to operate, therefore making them glow dimmer on our 3-volt power source. So what do you guys think is going to happen when we connect them in parallel? Let's find out in this video, stay tuned and let's get straight into it. So remember in our last video, we connected our lamps in series. So over here we can see that they're not actually shining as bright as we would hope for them to. Now in this video, we're going to be having a look at the circuit diagram right here. Now, this is going to be lamps connected in parallel. Now because these lamps can be connected in any way, you're going to notice that they don't really have a polarity. So there's no positive side and there's no negative side, meaning they just have to be connected. One of those ends need to be connected to each other and another end as well. Now let's have a look at what this looks like in a circuit. So here we go right here. Here you can see we have our two lamps. One side of the connections are connected to each other with a wire leading out. And the same on our other side. This actually goes to our switch right here. So I might need to turn this around. That's going to be turning our light bulbs on and off. And then of course we need a power source. So over here we have our 3-volt battery yet again. And we're going to have a look at the major differences between these lamps in parallel. Now do remember, these lamps are now connected in parallel, meaning they require double the current flow that the other lamps did, but they're going to be operating at their nominal voltage, which is going to be 3 volts. So you should expect to see a brighter light bulb than we did in our previous video. Let's go ahead here. From our positive side of our battery, I'm going to go ahead and connect one side of our switch. And the other side of our switch we have connected to our light bulbs in parallel, like right there. And from there we go to our negative side of our battery. Wow, have a look at that. I haven't even turned on the switch yet. So as you can see here, this is going to be shining much brighter. Why is that? Because the current flow has increased, but the voltage remained the same because we connected them in parallel. Remember when we connected batteries in parallel? The voltage remained the same, but the capacity increased. Now, when we do this with lamps, our voltage still remains the same, but the current draw actually increases. So the amount of current that these two batteries or these two lights are going to be using increases, but the voltage remains the same. That's why the 3-volt battery is actually turning them on so brightly. Now that was quite cool. Even when we actually connected them in parallel, we would have expected that maybe our voltage should drop and therefore we should see a dimmer light bulb. But this is not what happens. It happened with the batteries, but not with the light bulbs. Because our voltage remained the same, it didn't actually increase to 6 volts like with the series connections. We saw that the 3 volts of the battery was enough to get those light bulbs shining at maximum brightness. So I'll see you guys in our next video. Thank you so much for watching and please stay tuned on our series.